This is Fox 5 Morning News.
The website blackvoices.com is running a hub called Obama Watch with constantly updated information about the upcoming inauguration. Subscribers aren't just checking the site, though. They are leaving their own thoughts about the historic significance of tomorrow's inauguration of Barack Obama as the nation's 44th president. Tariq Muhammad is the director of blackvoices.com. Tariq joins us in studio now. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, let me ask you, what are people saying?
Oh, people have been excited ever since the election started, even in the primaries when Barack first announced, and they've been, really talking to each other about, how historic it is, but they've been sharing their thoughts and hoping for a change in the country that, unlike anything that we've ever had. So it's been a very optimistic and very engaged audience. People have been, wanting to come down, and the people who couldn't, wanted to find out, how in fact they could be a part of it, and that's what we wanted to do with Black Voices, to make sure they could be a part of seeing this historic event, even if they couldn't be in D.C.
The event is upon us now, but just let me ask you, for people who do log on to Black Voices, what are they going to find if they go there right now? Will there be a guide if it's kind of last minute to get here, but yeah. What's on there right now?
Well, we did a few things. We looked at a lot of the inaugural balls, so people, if they were coming here, they could, find out. We called the inaugural ball crawl. So there are, over 20, 25, or 30 balls that we profiled and said, if you are going, these are some that you can go to, and by the way, here are your chances of getting in. Some
right.
very slim, and some better. And then a lot of the events that are going on here that have been going on throughout the weekend, we chronicled those things. We also talked about things, we had, the top cultural moments that helped kind of pave the way for Barack to become, president-elect as he is now, and, things like The Cosby Show, things that changed national consciousness, things like Sidney Poitier's movies and such. You'll see that. You'll see a walk through history, and then you'll be able to find out what we'll be doing over the next 48 hours. So we'll be twittering, we'll be updating, we'll be doing man on the street and woman on the street videos. We'll be doing a lot of things over the next 48 hours and kind of getting people geared up.
It really does feel more like the people's inauguration, if you will. We're talking about all people. It feels very inclusive. That's got to have your subscribers just, pumped up, that they really feel like a part, young or old, black or white, Hispanic, Asian, feel a part of it this time. How can you explain this sort of cultural undercurrent that's going on?
Absolutely, and I think you hit a great point, because everyone feels a part. They feel a part of American democracy in ways that they haven't before. You hear people saying, I really feel like for the first time that was a part of making change happen, and that's something that we saw on our boards on Black Voices, where people are really speaking about how they got involved in the election, how they're continuing to serve the country as President-elect calls for service. So it's really about people, they've really been feeling like, I was able to take some action and make a change, and I want to continue that. And that's what we've seen on the boards. That's what people have been telling us. That's what we felt here as we've been here this weekend.
Right. I have to get a bit personal and just say there is often a feeling with African Americans, I don't pretend to speak for the race, but there's a feeling, you feel like, wow, did that happen? Am I having a moment, a racist moment? What's happening here? I don't want to think that, that racism or people's negative perceptions of me because I'm black have to do with me not being served in a store or looked at last or overlooked. Now, in this moment, though, there's an undercurrent again of empowerment that can be very positive, and I think the world is looking at us in this moment. That's my own reflection, but I got to think that that's being reflected somewhere in your website as well.
Oh, absolutely. People have felt, one of the things that was posted, that people, your mother, father, your parents always tell you you can do anything you want, but there was always kind of a caveat that they never really mentioned, and now you can see the embodiment of that opportunity to really become president of the United States. Like that's something
that's it right there. I think that's
really,
it right
it's
there.
no longer the caveat that we used to put there, like, yeah, you can be anything you want, but maybe not everything.
Right.
But now, that glass ceiling, if you will, has been shattered, and so there's a greater opportunity and a greater sense of opportunity.
And because of it, shattered for everybody.
Absolutely.
Tariq Muhammad, blackvoices.com. Thank you for your good hard work. Welcome to Washington.
Thank you.
All right.